Hello guys, welcome back to another Tag Before Dawn video. Today, Tag Before Dawn got a big update. Well, I wouldn't say that big, but no, I would say it's really a big update. So, let me explain you everything. Now, first, let's start off with the major update. Tag Before Dawn, these killers got an upgrade. They're now buff during the round. If you don't know what buff during the round means, it's once 3 generators get completed, they get their buff. And every time a generator gets completed, their skill level up. Their skill will level up. Which means less cooldowns. They gave all the killers more cooldowns, but then the more you level up, the less your cooldown will be. So, okay, let's start. So, what Trapper's buff is now, once the third generator is completed, he can now throw his traps, like shroom. Now, I also posted a short about this and other stuff, but this is just me covering everything, because this update is so huge. Now, for Butcher, his buff is that now, his chain doesn't immediately pull, it hooks. It just like hooks on and then wait for a second. If they vault a pallet, get behind an object, or vault a window, it would pull them through the window, through the pallet, or through the object, and then he can hit them. Now, for Ghost, her ability is that whenever she goes invis, a clone of her, like, will just stand like this. Like that. Like she's going into invis right now. Even though you're already invisible. Now when you unvis, the clone disappears. Which is reasonable. But it's not that good. I don't think I like Ghost. Now, Puppeteer. Puppeteers, all he does is that when he throws his puppet, the puppet can chase people longer. That's really it. Now, Spider is very complicated. Now Spider can one tap. If you stay in Spider's web for longer than 4 seconds, you immediately go down. Immediately go into the down state. That's it for Spider. Now, for Gangster, now for him, his knives now bounce off the walls. And now for Stalker, I actually did not play Stalker with that, but all they said in the Discord was that they now increased the blindness for Stalker. And now they get blinded longer. Now, that's not the only thing that they did. Now, they also added a thing called Bloodlust, which I covered in the Ghost short. Bloodlust basically means the longer you're in chase, the faster you get. That's really it. The longer you're in chase, the faster you get. That's all Bloodlust is. But other than that, oh no, there's a lot more. So, now, this is an update about slugging. So, you know how to slug? It's when you attack someone. They get down into their down state like this, and then slugging is just when you leave them on the floor, like this. In that state, slugging is just when you leave them like that state. Now this is news is really bad for people who slug, like me, because now they did, instead of it being, this is going to be hard to explain to you, but instead of it being like 2 things, like, this is what I mean by 2 things. First, this hand will be your down state meter, like when this, and then get free. And then this will be my chain meter, like where you're holding, when he's gonna put you into a cage and he's holding you. So it's like 2 things. It's not 1 thing, it's 2 things. So like pretend this is rising up because you're getting slugged. This still stays down here. So then right when you're about to escape, he just leaves, he grabs you, and then this goes up, and then with this you're freed, and this still says down here. Now, for this new update, what they did is just one continuous going up. So it's super hard to slug now. Which is kind of sad because I love slugging. I know it's frowned upon, but I do like it. Now, for the next thing, I think this is all the things I know so far, but the final thing I want to say for this total new update thing is that they changed, oh, by the way, guys, I just suggested Bloodlust, so I think they took my suggestion and made it into an actual video idea, which is super cool, because I asked for Bloodlust just like a few days ago, and it got added, so probably wasn't me, but like, they were already thinking about doing Bloodlust. So, now, for final thing, I'm pretty sure if you stand still as a survivor for too long, like you don't touch the ground or anything, or nothing, you get highlighted, I think, after a few minutes or something. Now, I'm not sure on this one. I did suggest this idea, but I'm not sure on it, because what I did, in my last match, I was a gangster. I used listening skill, and it highlighted someone right when I used listening skill in the elevator, and he was just standing still, not moving at all, because like he's like gonna lead the game. So that is really, I think it's just a coincidence in that the second I clicked listening skill, the AFK timer went off because he was not touching the ground because he was just not moving. Or I'm just tripping, because it lasted for the whole time until I grabbed them, even when listening skill ran out. Now this might be a little confusing and everything, but that's all I have for today's Tag Before Dawn video about this new update, and it's going to be huge. Now, I do have a little secret. Do not tell the devs about this. The next update is going to be about 2v5. Shh. They told me not to leak anything. So I cannot tell you when it's going to release. I cannot, but I can tell, I think I can tell you that today the release channel, so now beta testers can play. So that's all I have for today's Tag Before Dawn video, and that random VR guy out. I'm also going to post this as a video and multiple shorts because I know a lot of you guys watch my shorts. Goodbye!